YouTube crew, how's it going? It's Multiplier here. Now, as you may have seen a few days ago, or so, maybe half a week or so ago from now, Apple announced a new computer called the iMac Pro. 18 cores, 128 gigabytes of RAM. Whoa! It's exciting. It's exciting. Will probably cost about £1 billion. But the reason for this video is to show you. Let me show you. We just have a little look-see on the website. Now, you may have enter my password first. Now, you may remember a number of months ago, right after the new MacBook Pro came out, so let's say 10 months ago or so, I'll confirm or disconfirm with some form of wordage somewhere on the screen now. But yes, Apple brought out a computer called MacBook Pro, or the new MacBook Pro if you like, with Touch Bar, and I had a massive go at it because it didn't have anywhere near enough ports. So I will try not to get mad right now at the lack of ports on the MacBook Pro, because indirectly, very, very, very funnily for me, Apple indirectly admitted in the new iMac Pro, they admitted that I was right about not having enough ports in the new MacBook Pro. Now, they didn't directly mention me in the description on the website or in WWDC that my name's Tim Cook. We made the new MacBook Pro, and then we saw a video from a man called Multiplier about it not having enough ports. So we reconsidered, and although we haven't actually put any more ports in the MacBook Pro, we realized our mistake and put more ports in the iMac Pro that we should have had in the Mac Pro. They didn't say that, Tim, but let me prove it to you. Look at all this, very impressive, very impressive. Oh, look at all those teraflops. Serious I/O, that stands for inputs and outputs. Again, they wanted to sort of mention it, but in a way that only pros, nerds understand, for serious work. So it's a very correct statement there from Apple. Serious input output, I/O, for serious work. I entirely agree. That's what I was saying in my video. As you'd expect from a pro machine, which was, again, what I was saying in my video. As you'd expect from a pro machine, there are plenty of high-speed ports to create a high-performance workstation. Again, I agree. That's what nearly everyone wants in a professional machine, a workstation. For starters, you've got 4 Thunderbolt 3 ports, not forts. That would be funny if it had a Thunderbolt fort. For starters, you've got 4 Thunderbolt 3 ports, so you can connect 2 5K monitors. Great, fantastic, for a whopping 44 million pixels total. Crikey, and I transfer data at 40 gigabytes per second. Great. And there's something you probably didn't expect in an iMac. 10 gigabyte Ethernet. No, I didn't expect it, because you were taking ports out of everything for fun. Do you know why they put an Ethernet port in? In fact, I can show you. Where's it gone? There you go. So, they put an Ethernet port in. Do you know why they put an Ethernet port in? Very old school connector, that. Not very futuristic, Apple. But do you know why they put it in? In fact, they put it in. They even mentioned why they put a Ethernet port into their new professional machine. Their new, very, very expensive professional machine. They put an Ethernet port in because, in fact, you can see it down here. I could have shown you that earlier. They put an Ethernet port in because dongles don't work. Dongles break, and they just don't really work anywhere near as well as you wanted to. So they thought, good point. Let's put the port in. If dongles worked, they wouldn't have needed this. It's proof right there. Apple, why wouldn't you just use... My name's Apple. Why wouldn't you just use Thunderbolt 3, which is a fantastic port in its own right? Why wouldn't... What? My name's Apple. Why wouldn't you just use an adapter? It don't work. My name's Apple. Good point. Let's put the port back in, because it works. Also, look at this. Again, my big contention wasn't that they shouldn't move forward with technology. In fact, let me show you the port situation. There you go. So on the new MacBook Pro, there are 4 ports, or 5 if you include the headphone jack, which apparently you don't need. You have the new iPhone, but you do need it on this. 4 ports, bearing in mind there's no additional power cable, so one of them's got to be for power. There are 4 ports, and the only 4 ports available are the new fancy ones, which, as I say, as a technology are the future, and they're fantastic. But as I was saying in my video, not everything has the new thing on it. And dongles don't work. If they did work, then what they would have done on the new iMac Pro, which by the way doesn't even come out till December, so this is a future machine. This is a machine many time denominations in the future, days, months, etc. So this is a future machine. And they have 8 USB ports and 4 are the old style. Do you know why they put the 4 of the old style on? 4 of the new, good. Definitely need to keep the new ports coming. I'm on board for that because they are better, no denying that. But they put the old ones on for a reason. That reason is you need them if you want everything to work reliably. If some people were having a go at my dislike of dongles. If dongles worked, and Apple, by the way, admit this by designing the machine this way, if dongles worked, they wouldn't have put those little 4 USB older shape. I'll think of the technical term. It's USB 3.0 or maybe 3.1. Anyway, the older style USB. If dongles worked, they wouldn't have those. They would have 8 of the newer style. But dongles don't work. That's why they did this. Remember, this machine 6 months away, if not more, realistically for everyone. So a machine much in the future still has the old USBs on it. Because you need them. And there's also lots, which again was another contention of mine. Lots and lots of pros plug in way more than 4 things or 3 things at once. And if you want something to work, you plug it in. That's one of the things that you learn. You learn by mistake, actually, because intuitively it just feels logical. Just get a dongle. Dongles can't go wrong. Dongles are perfect. Intuitively, that kind of makes sense until you go to do something very intense or mission critical. Maybe you're doing a live stream or you're at a conference, kind of sort of pinging your computer screen onto a projector or something. There's a million different pro situations, and what you find is basically dongles don't work. And this is proof. The new machine. I was right. Just to clarify, in case you missed it, I was right. Apple was wrong, as is confirmed by the new ports on the iMac Pro. Look, this is actually good. This isn't just a rant. This is actually consumer advice. It's also a rant, but it is consumer advice as well about dongles. So let's just get back to the thing where I can look at the back of it again. There were 8 or 9 or 10 ports, and if dongles worked, they would have had every single one of them the newer connection type, because you could just get a dongle. Oh, Apple. Glad to see they're making good decisions now. Be nice if I got a mention on the page somewhere, though. But yes, the consumer advice part of this is wherever possible, don't use dongles. And if you do have to use dongles, good luck. And buy the expensive ones, because the cheaper ones are usually less likely to work. Not even always though, which is the really annoying part. Because all dongles don't work. Pretty much all dongles break. I mean, I've got a Anker. It's a 13-port USB hub. Most expensive, best route. Genuinely, look it up. It's the Anker. In fact, I'll include a little picture. The Anker, most expensive, best reviewed USB hub on the market. Did all the research. Have a guess how long I had it before it broke. 13 months! 13 months and it's broken. So the very best USB hub on the market, reviewed by everyone. Look it up. Look it up. If you don't believe me, look it up. The Anker, picture here, it's over there. Anker, well, I'd spin you around, but the Anker USB hub, best on the market. And power doesn't work half of the ports on it. It's just stupid. 13 months of use. I use it every day, plugging things in and out, but it's kind of what it's supposed to. People need to plug things in and out on a daily basis. So the best USB hub in the world breaks after 13 months. That one broke. A bit cheaper that one, but that one broke. I think I lasted 15 months, 16 months. But again, it is broken. Half of them are broken. And it's just a continuation of that theme throughout the rest of dongle land. From not personal experience, someone I know personally was doing a presentation with one of these, very similar, doing a presentation to 400 people at a conference or something with the new MacBook Pro, with the new MacBook Pro, and the Thunderbolt, the new connection, the Thunderbolt 3 to HDMI thing, dongle, stopped working right in the middle of the presentation. Even though it was recommended by Apple. Do you know why? Recurring theme here. Dongles don't work. Most of the time, anyway. Sometimes they do, and that's part of the problem as well. Sometimes they work, so it's frustrating actually, because sometimes they work, and then you can't even predict when they don't work, apart from when they completely break, obviously. But yes, I will reserve proper judgment on how logical the iMac Pro is until full specs, proper prices, etc. get announced, and guys like Anand Detect do a proper detailed breakdown. In conclusion, it's back over here. In conclusion, I was right. Apple was wrong, because dongles do not work. My name has been Multiplier, and I will catch you guys on the broken dongle. Diddy flippity dongle. Flippity flip. Broken dongle. Official recommended Apple product. Broken.